California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Kappa.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Second and 10.
Go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Chargers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Let's go.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Ravens very strong in that victory a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to,
They spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Ready. On the end around, here comes Williams. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Set. 21. 21.
Inside give to Elliott. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down. 6-0 our score after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They go play action with Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Baylor Tiger! Baylor Tiger!
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Herbert. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Herbert going to change the look.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Ray. 5-9. Hey, go line, set.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Down as he gets it to the 8. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Hines, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run again with Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. Hard throw, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Home to trips right. Go.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Here's Hines. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Hines. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
No, we changed it.
Jackson options out left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, go Lion. Crowd right. 59. Ready.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Herbert going to change the play here.
Hey, cap. Go.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down at a yard. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, for that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
Yo.
Jackson, options out left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 58 yards. And the Ravens are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. Go.
Here's Herbert. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Down the left sideline, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
5-9, 5-9. Set.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this one will be brought back to the 22. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Ready. Middle, middle. Hey, middle. Ready. Ready, try.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Herbert on first down now. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange.
Here's Herbert. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Again, they turn to Ford. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's go.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Herbert now. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.